All right, Fiji, man. Thanks for coming out, bro.
You already know.
Yeah, man. So let's just jump right into it, man. What part of the city are you from?
Yo, I was born in Toronto originally. I lived in Scarborough for a few years, and then I lived most of my life in Brampton, so I'm repping Brampton, you already know.
Shout out Brampton, man.
Enough talent coming out of Brampton, you already know.
Yeah, so tell me about growing up in Brampton, man, like, and like, the talent, because there's a lot of, like, artists that are coming from Brampton.
Oh, man, honestly, I went to high school with Roy Woods, so, like, music scene was popping, but nobody really pursued it because, like, everybody had other intentions on their mind, you know what I mean? But, yeah, like, freestyling back in the hallways of Turner Fenton and shit. And then, like, I ended up getting kicked out over some next shit. So I went to alternative school. But even that shit was dope. So I got my GED, and then music was my passion, so I pursued it.
Okay, so speaking of music, like, what inspired you to make music?
To be honest, like, growing up, music was never like my go-to. Like, I was trapping, and then on top of that, I was working construction and shit. Cause my stepdad at the time, whatever, owned a construction company. So that shit was popping. I was making my dollars, whatever the case is. But then when I hit 18, I kind of looked at it like, yo, am I really gonna do this for my whole life? Is this gonna sustain me till I'm like 40-something years old?
Right.
Am I gonna like maintain a family off this and shit? You know what I mean?
Right.
So I seen a commercial, not a commercial, like an ad for Trebas Institute, which is a school for like entertainment arts and everything, a private institute. So I did the course there for entertainment management, and I graduated that, finished that, and that taught me a lot of shit about how to be an independent artist and not get screwed over in this industry, how to market properly, how to keep your music on point, like, yo, get it on all platforms, get your royalties proper, all of that.
Nice.
So once I graduated, that is when I started taking music seriously and I started dropping music. Okay.
So, like, you do everything on your own then?
Yeah, most of my shit, like, I'm independent in every way. Like, I have people that help me out with graphic designers, obviously. I have some photographers that been working with me. I have some other artists that have been trying to hit me up and stuff. Promo, ROI, got Carly, you already know. Like, you know, social media runs the shit, to be honest, if we're all being real.
Facts. So what type of artists, like, inspired you, though? Like back growing in the day? Yeah, growing up.
Yo, growing up, I listened to heavy Eminem, Tupac, Nas, like, the real OGs. Like, they inspired, like, they kept me sane, to be honest. They kept me 10 toes. They kept me, like, grounded. They didn't let me get hype up and shit. Those were my role models, was them older heads.
So what other artists are you bumping from, like, from the city? Like, who are you listening to right now?
Locally?
Yeah.
Yo, Frenchie killing it. Yo, Killy, Free Tutu, you already know. YK, gang shit, CGS, you already know. Fucking, there are a lot of local artists that Ness got 'em. Come on now. At Ness got 'em, you guys. A lot of artists that are popping right now in the city that I'm fucking with. But I'm not... None of that mainstream that, like, yo, you're doing this kind of numbers matters to me, to be honest. If your music fucks with me and I fuck with you as a person, as an individual, then, like, I fuck with you. I'm not gonna look at you're getting this many views, I don't give a fuck about all that shit. If you're a real nigga, you're a real nigga. Simple.
Facts. Okay, so speaking of artists, man, like, a lot of people, like, are comparing you to Killy.
Facts. Yo, that's hectic still. So
tell me about that, man, because, like, when I listen to the songs, I'm like, I hear, but I don't really hear it. You know what I mean? So tell me about that, and how do you feel about those comparisons?
Yo, at the end of the day, Killy's doing his thing. You already know, like, he's hitting numbers. But at the end of the day, my video, January, his album, March. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. That's all I gotta say. So you can give us some, like, any like sneak peeks, or what can we expect on the album?
Oh, you guys already know, like, my EP's dropping before the summer starts. I have, like, previews and stuff of some songs that are coming up that are all bangers. Like, every single track on my EP is getting visuals, because every single track on my EP is like that. Just understand that. So I have a feature with YK, CGS, Can't Get Shit. Like, yo, that shit goes hard. Fucking Ness got 'em. I got a feature with him. I'm working on a bunch of individual tracks, like Afrobeat, dance. Like, I don't stay in one lane. I'm not to this one trap rapper kind of vibe. Nah. Like, I'll mix up my sound in any way, and I won't let anyone put me in a box.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I'll go from one genre, and I'll switch it over to a next genre, and I'll just do that because, like, I'm fucking with the sound, regardless.
That makes sense. So you're talking about, like, Afrobeats and dancehall. Was that something that was a part of, like, you growing up as well, and growing up in Brampton because of, like, you know, the Jamaicans and all the different other cultures?
Yo, our cultures were deep, to be honest, growing up in Brampton. Like, we didn't have a lot of white people, so it was all melanin. That's all you seen everywhere is melanin, bro. Like, colors in everybody's skin over there. And a lot of people try to talk down on Brampton, but you guys do realize, like a lot of people moving out to Brampton, where they came from. You guys realize that, right? Like, I don't want to say too much into detail, but like the real niggas know. But at the end of the day, we have a lot of color, we have a lot of culture, we have a lot of heritage, we have a lot of like background that all of us are willing to represent. And growing up, I had Caribbean influence, I had Jamaican influence, I had so many like colored friends growing up, and that influenced me. Yo, Caravana is my shit. Yo, in the six, Caravana is my shit. I turn up when Caravana comes around. You already know, but that's what it is. That's what it's like out there, to be honest.
Okay, so tell us about you have a song, Red Clouds, right?
Yeah.
Tell us about that song. What is it about? Who produced it? You know what I mean? How did you come up with that concept?
To be honest, when I first finished, like I said, I went to Trebas Institute for Entertainment Management, and when I finished that whole course, right after I was done, I'm like, okay, now music needs to be my focus. I got my like diploma, I did my exams, I did everything, and now I'm set. So I hit up my homie that also went to that same school as me, graduated, Vince Grande, Cab 316. You guys go follow him on Instagram. He produced Red Clouds, and I made a deal with him, whatever the case is, and we went over to Major Music Studio out in Scarborough. Shout out to them too. LG mixed it, engineered the track. But yo, true say, I heard niggas talking Gaza, so whatever, bro. But regardless, LG was he's his Killy's engineer.
Yeah.
He's his like main guy.
A lot of people have been mentioning him in the interviews, man. Like LG mixed it, LG mixed it. A lot of people.
Because he's one of Major Music's one of the top engineer, and I'm not talking shit on the guy's name. Like yo, talent wise and like his work wise, he's a A1 dude.
Yeah.
Like I will never discredit somebody's work at the end of the day, but I went in to work with him as an artist, and because I feel like he was influenced or whatever the case is, because he's like Killy's engineer. Discrimination, whatever. I'm not mad. I have other engineers. I have enough people trying to work with me. I have talent. You already know. Yeah. But that's how it worked out. But yeah, shout out to him. He's still doing his thing. He's like all over LA, Toronto. He's grinding, and I can't discredit anybody for doing that.
So what's going on? Like this whole Killy beef and stuff. Like where did it spark from? Like tell me about that, man. Because it's so weird, man. Like,
yo, there's no beef. At the end of the day, there's no beef. There's no like, yo, fuck Killy. None of that. Like it's none of that. But at the end of the day, if you want smoke, like that's all I gotta say. You know what I mean? But.
So is the energy's off? Like you had interactions with them? Like
yo, before my track even dropped, I had like people from this guy's camp messaging me and like trying to like talk shit and get at me and shit and talking bare Gaza, and it's like, you guys can talk what you want, certain things, but at the end of the day, my music is what like stands up. My music is what's important. I released Red Clouds because that was my artwork. That's what I fucked with. That was my sound that I wanted. And I released it. And the person who engineered my track was LG Mixed. He mixed my shit before any of the other tracks were mixed. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, we'll put that, we'll put that aside and you know what I mean, and we'll probably revisit it later on. But we had Carly Sarah on. Big up Carly Sarah. She's a homegirl. You know what I mean? So I seen you guys in a blog recently. I think it was a couple of days you guys were in a blog. Tell me about how you guys met and if you guys are dating and and all that good stuff.
Oh, I lied. It's not a YouTube video, it's a vlog, guys, and I'm with my boy friend. Fiji _ original. You don't know what it is.
Well, for the second question right off the bat, I keep my like personal life low key, so I don't answer I don't need to answer or entertain any of that question. You guys need to know I keep my shit low key. What I do is what I do. But how we met though, I'll answer that is the new Six concert. Shout out to K-Man. He hosts. Shout out to K-Man, J Millie, and YG Lucky. All three of you guys. They hosted the new Six concert, and Prince Don, like J6, J Millie, a few people performed at this, and I was one of the people on the performing roster. So when I showed up for the performance or whatever the case is, that's how I met Carly, and we started talking from there. She seen me perform my track Red Clouds. She fucked with the track. She said the track was dope, and then like we just started talking from there.
Okay, so you said earlier that you're going to be releasing some new music.
Yeah.
Are you planning to release anything for the summer, or what's your plans for the summer coming up?
Well, my whole plan from the music that I have so far, I have about 3 tracks recorded, ready to release. But to be honest, I'm sitting on it because like promo and planning is everything.
It is.
Like especially in the music industry, especially when you're independent, guys. And let me tell this to all independent artists: like planning your stuff out and properly organizing everything beforehand, like your platforms, what softwares is gonna go on, like how you're gonna promote it, who you're gonna use as influencers. All of that stuff matters like deeply. So I want to organize everything, make sure my shit's on point. I don't need a label. I don't need a cosign. I'm doing this shit on my own. You know what I mean? But I'm still gonna hit numbers regardless because I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah, with the training. Okay. So where can the people find you and find your music?
If you want to find my music, if you find first off, my Instagram, Fiji_original. Follow me on Instagram. I'm always posting my like updates on there. I just posted the cover art. Visuals are coming soon for one of my new tracks. My EP will drop before the summer starts, so you guys can stay tuned for that. And guys, to be honest, there might be a track with Carly Sarah coming out. We don't know yet. There might be. I'm just letting you know. Okay. So stay tuned for that.
You might be coaching her and showing her in the ropes in the studio.
Yo, if you guys look at the way she got viral, she has the rhythm regardless. It's just a matter of her getting in the professional setting, you know what I mean? So you guys just stay tuned for that.
Okay. All right, man. Yo, well, thanks for coming out. Thanks for doing this. It was a pleasure meeting you, man. I look forward to hearing these tracks that are coming out on your EP, man.
Word. So yeah, follow me on Instagram, Fiji_original. My YouTube, subscribe, Fiji Music. And I have a new visual coming up soon that's gonna be dropping, shot by either I have a video coming up with Dante Chung.
Shout out Dante Chung.
You already know, one of the best videographers in the city. Like there's so many videographers I fuck with in the city. Dante Chung, Rose 4K, yo, Sunny Visuals is my guy.
Big up Sunny, man.
Yo, my guy. Sunny Visuals. You guys already know, if you need a music video, Sunny Visuals.
Big up Sunny.
For real. And yeah, I got a lot of people I'm working with. I'm collaborating. I'm not sticking to one person.
That's dope, man. All right, bro. Well, thanks for coming out. And yo, we're gonna see what you do in the summertime, man. I'm looking forward to it, bro.
For sure.
All right, man.